we are in portion number 2 of workout number 2. Again, we're going to be working some upper body, 4 by 6, 4 sets of 6. We are trying to go one belt up heavier than what we typically would use for those 8 to 10 ranges, okay? As I'm demonstrating, obviously these are not my heaviest bells, but I'm demonstrating here, my first move can either be my half kneeling press, which is tried and true. You're squeezing your glute, my core is tight, I'm firing everything as I typically would in my press. Remember, I'm not using just my arm and my shoulder, I'm using everything I got. So as I'm driving, as I'm in this position, I'm driving the hips forward, squeeze glute. You should even maybe feel a little stretch in this pocket here. Firing up, getting tight, stable, rock solid. Somebody comes up, tries to knock you off, you ain't moving. That's gonna be level 1. Level 2, if you wanna upgrade, I'm gonna go into my windmill press. I'm gonna rotate my spine, and as you see, my arm is locked out. I'm gonna hinge like I'm doing a get up, and I'm gonna press 1, vertical forearm, 2, rib cage on this side is pinched down, so my spine is straight. Look at the difference. Arched, not arched. Arched, not arched. Pressing up. Pressing up. Firing up. Look at that forearm is nice and vertical. Okay? So it's going to be a little lat activation. I'm going to squeeze my lats. On every press I squeeze my lat, this is no exception. And I'm going to try to keep that forearm vertical. If you're having trouble pressing, then another way you can segment or segue into that is I do my half kneeling press, and then I'm just hinging. Hinging, which is my windmill. So we have half kneeling press, ideally into windmill press, or sometimes called side press. And if I can't, then I'm just pressing and hinging here. So you have a nice couple different layers that you can do to get up to that skill. Obliques, firing, lats firing. Obviously arm and shoulders working out really strong. So give it a try. Again, you're learning, even though you've done stuff like this before, get some good confidence going so that you can build up. Ideally by the end of the last 2 weeks, you're doing the more advanced skill. Then exercise number 2 is going to be just good old push-ups. Again, I'm going to offer you some progressions. If you can bang out push-ups all day, and a lot of you can't, obviously you're just going to do your good old push-up. If you want to challenge yourself, you'll get on your bells. Wrist straight. I can't bend the wrist. It has to be straight. And I'm going to push down and get tight, and I'm going to feel the stretch at the bottom and press up. Stretch. See, my shoulders are getting pretty darn low, and press up. Now, if you're having shoulder issues, I recommend that you do more of the shoulder mobility routine. Definitely will help. But ironically, if you go into these versions, and if your pain scale, 1 to 10, 10 being the worst pain you've ever felt, and you get to the bottom, it's like at a 3 or 4, that's you working. If it's like a 7 or 8, let's not do that. Let's just work on getting our regular push-ups in and establishing some strength and gaining some more mobility by using a mobility routine. But this is an upgrade. Elevated push-ups are an upgrade because you're getting a bigger stretch. As I mentioned, that's going to get you to build more muscle. We all need to be able to build more muscle in our upper bodies compared to our lower bodies. So now you have 2 progressions there. All right, and the third exercise is going to be the low lunge mountain climber. So core work for sure, but also what we would call an isometric hold. So 2 versions. Version 1 is just going to go 1, 2, like a high mountain climber. See how I get my arch of foot? By pinky. Arms locked out. Shoulder blades spread at the top position. That's version 1. Version 2 will be See how I float there for that moment? Elbows locked. So I'm working a lot of stability there. So after you press and you do your push-ups, trying to keep your arms locked out should be challenging. That one you're actually gonna do a little bit more. You're gonna do 20 reps total. So 10 on each side. But I want you to challenge yourself on these, okay? See if you can get that arch here. If it's too tough, a regression would even be this, but most of y'all can do that. Keep the back leg straight, alternate, or a quick switch. Challenging your mobility, but also challenging your stability and strength. Great job. I'll see you in portion number 3.